Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me. And here. And it's the king, Amir King Khan. He's Bolton's finest. Watch for those hands tonight. They are as fast as they come.
It'll be ding-ding from first off. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
Expectations are sky high. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. It's Khan versus Crawford Part 2. Of course, Crawford with that TKO win in 2019 in New York City.
What a fight it was. It was bubbling to be an unbelievably interesting, intriguing fight. Crawford's still as fast. He's still as slick, still as powerful. Now Amir Khan knows this guy can put the pressure on. So I've either got to jump on him early and throw it all in for 5 rounds, or exactly the same thing's going to happen all over again.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A swing and a miss with that jab. How about that time counters? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Here we go. It's round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on here.
Do you believe this? Beautiful counter shot. And they figure out the combination to this save.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He just misses with that jab. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He threw a punch and just got countered. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. There's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Perfect counter shot. That punch scores. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Crawford is dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot. Clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Can't land the jab there. Catch and shoot. No rest for the weary. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. On to the fifth we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
And he scores with the counter. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jab not finding its target. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is...
Let's start the sixth. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. Jab misses. punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter shot lands. Good counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell.
Here we go. It's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you can't think of. You just got to be smart with them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Parries that jab away. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
That jab doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a... Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
No rest for the weary. Those counter punches have to hurt. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Both men step back for just a moment. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round. There's the bell to start round 9. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Trying to land that jab. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be... It's round 10. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Couldn't get out of the way of that combination. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter lands. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs. Here's the 11th. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Fantastic punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Wow, what a shot! And it's over! A home run swing, and that will do it here.
Are you okay?
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.